Dear Mom, moving from the small town of Bethlehem to the tiny village of Nazareth has turned out to be a great move. I had my doubts. We've all heard the rumors about Nazareth. I've settled in nicely and met some nice people, and my business is booming. There is a high demand for skilled carpenters in this village. But the highlight of moving here is Mary, who is the very reason I came here in the first place. I must say that I doubted this union when you and Father made arrangements with your old friends, but from the first time I saw Mary, I knew I was a lucky man. Mary is small and quiet and sweet, but she also has a great peace about her, as well as a humor that keeps everyone smiling. She's the kind of girl that everyone wants to be around, but I'm the lucky one who gets to spend the rest of my life with her. Well, that is all for now. Mary and I are happily betrothed, and we will keep you updated about when the wedding is planned. Love, Joseph.
Dear Joseph, I am so happy for you. You've always been such a good man, and you deserve the best. I have heard great things about Mary, and I know that it is God Himself that is bringing you together. We are so excited for the wedding. I hope grandbabies will be coming soon. Love, Mom.
Mom, I write this with a very heavy heart. This morning, Mary came up to me in tears. She looked terrified. She told me that she's pregnant. When I asked her who the father is, she gave me some elaborate story about her still being a virgin and the baby being from God. I didn't think Mary was this kind of girl, but she definitely has a problem. I still love her, so I will give her a divorce to break the engagement, but I will do it quietly to spare her humiliation. Joseph.
Why, that little floozy. I never would have expected that from Salome's daughter, but I guess you can't trust anyone these days. Joseph, you have always been too kind for your own good. You cannot divorce her quietly. You need to broadcast her sin throughout the street so that people know that she has wronged you. The truth is that Mary deserves to be stoned for what she has done. I doubt Nazareth has the guts to do it, but it would be worth trying to rile up a mob. You do realize what will happen if you do stick with your plan for a quiet divorce, right? People will think you are to blame. They will think you abandoned Mary after getting her pregnant. It will be your name that gets dragged through the mud, and your father's name will be ruined with it. You also have to think of the dowry. I know Mary's family isn't rich, but a gift is a gift. If you tell everyone that Mary is guilty, you get to keep the money. But with a quiet divorce, you will have to return it. How will you keep your business going without that financial base? Joseph, I pray to God that you come to your senses. Reject that hussy and come back to Bethlehem where you belong. Mom.
Mom, I have seen God. Well, it was just an angel, but I can't express how glorious and terrifying it was. This angel told me that Mary was telling the truth. She hasn't been unfaithful, and the child is from God. I will take this child as my own and love him, and as I will love my own children. I hope you can do the same. I know this is very unorthodox, but when God talks, we must listen. Mom, you need to understand that this isn't easy for me either. I know people will find it strange, and I know people will assume that the child is mine and that Mary and I did not keep the marriage bed pure, but this is from God, and He will take care of us. Please accept this child and love him as I will love him. Oh, and God has revealed that the child will in fact be a him, and we are to call him Jesus because God will use him to save us. Could he be the promised Messiah? These are exciting times to be alive. Please write back soon. Love, Joseph.
Dear Joseph, I don't even know where to begin. I guess I should start by saying that you are being manipulated, or maybe you're hallucinating. Do you really think God would work in this way? It isn't just unorthodox, it's sinful and wrong. My God would never work like this. Look at the scriptures and see that God works through men like Abraham, Joseph, Moses, and David, men who are upright and holy. Mary is a woman who might put on a good show of righteousness, but she is obviously not what she appears. You did not and could not have seen an angel. If you did see anything, it was Satan. Therefore, for your own good, I'm going to make your options easy. Leave Mary or lose your family. We love you, Joseph, and want the best for you. Please leave Mary and come home to us.
Mother, I was sorry to read your last letter. I've been praying to the Lord that you will have the angel visit you as well. I must follow the way of God, and so I can't obey you in this. Mary and I have gone through with the marriage. She is now officially my wife. There is no going back, and I have no regrets. We also just discovered that Caesar Augustus has decreed that we need to participate in a census, which means I'm going to have to return to Bethlehem. Mary will be coming too, because her family is also having a hard time with this whole situation. Please let us stay with you when we arrive. Mary is very pregnant, and we might even need a place for the baby to be born while we are there. Joseph.
Joseph, when you arrive in Bethlehem, don't expect any of our family to open a door to you.
Dear Mom, I beg you to please help us. That night you turned us away at the door, the baby was born. The only person kind enough to help us was Uncle Matthias, and he only had his barn available. I've sent this letter with Matthias because I know you don't want to see me, but think of baby Jesus. Mary needs time to recover, so we'll be in Bethlehem for some months yet. You can't ignore your family. We need your help. Let us stay in your guest room. We won't be a bother.
Joseph, Uncle Matthias has always been weak. Keep acting pathetic and he might cave and let you stay in his house. Do not write again until you smarten up and correct this mess you call your life.
Hi, Mom. I know you asked me not to write, but it has been a couple years, and so much has happened that I thought you might be starting to believe that Jesus is the prophesied King of the Jews. We are currently hiding in Egypt because Herod is seeking to kill Jesus. Surely this is proof enough that Jesus is who God told us he is. We heard what happened in Bethlehem when Herod didn't find us. So many children killed. How is the town recovering? I can't even imagine the pain it must be in. Yours always, Joseph.
How do you think they are recovering? Herod wanting to kill the child proves nothing. God probably sent Herod to rid the world of that abomination. That baby is a curse on the world. It was conceived in sin, and it will bring the wrath of God upon the Israelites.
Hi, Mom. I'm back in Nazareth. With the death of Herod, we thought it would be safe to return home. Jesus is 6 years old, and he is not the curse you imagine him to be. Jesus has made my life so much better. Despite running for our lives and being forced out of our home, our lives are better off. Jesus has made me a better person, and I think everyone who knows him can say the same. I really wish you would come and meet him. If you won't come and see Jesus, come and meet your 2 grandchildren. James just turned 4, and Judas is just over 2. We even think that Mary might be carrying your 3rd grandchild. I have to tell you that Jesus loves being a big brother. His eyes are filled with joy at the sight of his brothers, and he never tires of playing with them. Jesus seems to love them as much as we do. We never experience sibling jealousy or rivalries. If you knew Jesus, you would be so happy that he's part of your grandchildren's lives. Mom, I'm sorry for any hurt that I have caused. Please, I would love to see you. Love, Joseph.
Dear Joseph, I've missed you over these past years. I still hate your wife, but for the sake of my grandchildren, I will come visit. As long as Mary and Jesus stay away. Is it possible for them to stay with her mother for a couple weeks? Love, Mom.
Dear Mom, thanks for the visit. I can't believe how much James and Judas warmed up to you. Thanks for being kind to Jesus and Mary too. When you 3 hugged goodbye, it brought us all to tears. I love you, Mom. Come back soon. Love, Joseph.
Dear Joseph, you were right about Jesus. That boy had an effect on me. I did my best to hate him, but he loved me no matter how I treated him. 7 years old, and already he is so wise. He's a gift. I can tell that he has changed you, making you into the most loving dad I have known. He also changed me, even in that short time. I'm still not sure what to believe about that child, but I do know that Jesus is a good person to have in your life, and my grandchildren will be blessed to have Jesus as a big brother. As I was traveling home, I was thinking that as Jesus gets older, he will likely have such an impact that he will put that tiny town of Nazareth on the map. I now believe that God is at work. I can't wait to see what God will do. Love, Mom.